And TGIF, it is Friday, September 14th, 2018. You're watching the Daily Mix TV by Hill Story Marketing. Hi, my name is Sean Patrick Hillman. So make no mistake about it, folks, we are in the midst of one of the heaviest M&A cycles I have ever seen. And it's across almost every category there is. So as an example, Hersheys has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire pirate brands. Now that includes Pirate's Booty, Smart Puffs, and Original Tings from its parent company, B&G Foods. Now as part of the acquisition, Pirate brands will operate within Amplify's hub down in Austin. The Pirate's Booty brand, just so you understand why they're doing this, had its retail sales up over 8% on a year-over-year basis. It is a market leader for consumers who are seeking healthier snacks. Those with clean labels, no artificial flavors, colors or preservatives and additives. For those who really are health conscious, Pirate's Booty is a good brand. So the total value of the acquisition is $420 million, or approximately $360 million net of tax benefits. Now, it is expected to close in Q4. Hersheys, I have a feeling, will undoubtedly launch a new snack division to encompass its existing Skinny Pop brand, as well as the newly acquired trademarks. I say this because what's going on at Hersheys, there's a reason why the company has been around for so long and why they're so diverse. When you look at their confections business and now their new snack business, it's incredible how much they've done in the last few years to help bolster existing brands and acquire new brands. So for Hersheys, this is a brilliant move. If they segregate confection and snack, it might even give them a little more leverage in market. So only time will tell. We'll take a look at it and keep an eye on it for you and report back. But congratulations to the folks in Hersheys, PA. Kodak, what a great brand. I miss Kodak a lot. It is branching out into the fashion world with a new line of apparel and a collaboration with Forever 21. The clothing features colors from Kodak's branding and graphics from its time as a NASCAR team sponsor. The partnership is part of an effort by the former photography giant to make a comeback and increase brand recognition. So clearly they've got some plans in the pipeline for how they want Kodak to be perceived go forward. Now, it's not uncommon for a brand like Kodak to go outside of their core product type, but staying within the confines of their brand DNA. Yes, they're known for photography and all of those things, but for them, Kodak really is all about imagery. It's iconic. It's legendary. And for them to get into the fashion game is actually a natural transition. Think about it. The graphics that they used, as you just saw on the screen, were all about their NASCAR time. It was all very graphically driven, so it makes sense for them to do this. And then, of course, they're going to use it to platform out into probably a few other consumer product sectors. So I love stories like this because it really does help spark the imagination, and it certainly is interesting to see how Kodak is coming back in a big way. Now it looks like the Beetle is being squashed. Oh, this makes me sad. Volkswagen plans to stop producing the iconic vehicle in 2019. The automaker CEO said that their attention is turning to family-focused and electric vehicles. Now remember, the Beetle became a hit in the post-war period and was revived in the 1990s. The new Beetle was a hit in its early days, with sales hitting almost 100,000 cars a year starting in 1999. Now, as all trends are cyclical, unfortunately, the Beetle just isn't in demand anymore. In the first 8 months of the year, Volkswagen has only sold a little over 11,000 Beetles. Volkswagen is offering 2 special models in the car's final lineup as a way to say goodbye in a celebratory manner. I find stories like this to be so interesting because I remember in the 80s how, and throughout most of the 90s, how few Beetles there were that were being sold. But when they rebooted the line in the late 90s, it was stunning. They did a great job with it. It was interesting to see. Women clamored to the car because it was cute and it was sweet. It was designed more for a female driver than a male driver in terms of its look and feel, those kinds of things. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just said they sold 100,000 cars in 99. So it was a smart move for them then. Taking it off the market now, though, is interesting, especially when you factor in what's going on at Ford. Ford is eliminating all of their sedans with the exception of the Mustang or their smaller format vehicles, except for the Mustang and one other car. They're focusing more on SUVs and trucks. Dodge is about to do exactly the same thing. So we see where the market is headed. It's smart for Volkswagen to do this from a sort of categoric perspective, but not necessarily from a brand DNA perspective. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be upset that the Beetle will be no more. Looks like some folks in mass market retail are getting very aggressive for the holidays. Target is expecting a bigger and busier holiday season, apparently, as they plan to hire, get this, 120,000 workers for the holidays. That's a 20% increase from last year. The company expects more traffic in its stores and more orders placed online. Target will also offer extra hours to its current employees. Now, that is a cool development because normally in retail, what you do is you hire seasonal workers at a lower hourly rate so that your HR commitments and your payroll commitments aren't that hard. What they're actually doing, which is very smart, and they've always been good to their employees, they're offering current employees extra hours in OT. So not only are they hiring new workers for the season, they're also supporting their existing staff. Now, other retailers have also announced their seasonal hiring plans. Macy's expects to bring on 80,000 workers, and Kohl's has been hiring up a storm since July. Well, Target has been busy focusing on key area improvements to capitalize on conditions in the market this year. I love what's going on in terms of mass market retail. I mean, Macy's bringing on 80,000 workers, and that's more of a fine store than mass market. Kohl's is more specialty mass, those kinds of things, and we all know Target is more like Target, given the pop culture lexicon. But what they're doing in terms of Target, they've always been very forward-thinking. So, as an example of what I'm talking about, they're putting emphasis on toys, given the gaping hole in the market left by the closing of Toys R Us. So, I have a feeling their fourth quarter is going to be very, very strong, and their holiday sales will be great. At least that's what I hope. I'm a big fan of Target. I don't get to shop there often because I live in Manhattan, but at the end of the day, given what's going on with this company, I can't wait to see what holiday sales looks like. Now, just a reminder, on Sunday, yours truly is taking the mic and rocking the stage out for Adopt-A-Palooza 2018 Fall Edition. We are putting out hundreds of dogs, cats, kittens, puppies, and rabbits into new, loving, and responsible homes. Brought to you by Petco and the Petco Foundation and presented by the Alliance for New York City's Animals and Rock and Rawhide, the charity that my wife and I co-founded. Adopt-A-Palooza kicks off at noon on Sunday in Union Square Park North in Manhattan, right across the street on 17th and Broadway from Petco Union Square. If you guys come by, please come to the stage and say hi to me. I'd love to welcome you to Adopt-A-Palooza personally. Now, for this week's Flashback Friday, on September 14th, 1984, MTV had its first annual Video Music Awards. Check it out.
All about to embark on an event of galactic proportions. Mr. Rod Stewart.
Miss Tina Turner. And girls do want to have fun. Billy's Sleeping Idol. Like a virgin. Hey, touch for the very first time.
Well, Michael's not here, he's on tour, but he sends his love and thank you for all the wonderful support.
If you ever get in the contest, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, it's how good you look.
The intensely lovable Disney Top.
It's the best first annual music video awards I've ever been at.
Huey Lewis and the News. This has been a wacky night, hasn't it?
That's right, between Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, Huey Lewis, Carly Simon, and Diana Ross, who accepted several awards for Michael Jackson's Thriller, the VMAs quickly became one of the most anticipated award shows every year. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of Hill Story Marketing. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Daily Mix TV. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you on Monday.